I've got a restful restorative yoga class for us to practice today. I'm Caren Baginski. Thanks for joining me. And this is restorative yoga to relax and renew your energy. Here's what you'll need to practice: 2 blankets and a hand towel, a looped strap, a yoga bolster, and 2 blocks. We'll begin with a prep pose before we come into our chill and still restorative yoga poses. So grab your blocks. On the tallest height, place them in both hands and come to table on your mat. Walk the blocks forward and to the sides and step your right leg in between that space into a low lunge with blocks. Use the blocks here to allow your inner legs to release, gazing forward, finding a little lift from the base of your spine, and perhaps even walking the blocks back. Get heavy into your right heel as you lift your heart. Breathe easily and fully into your entire left side rib cage and left hip, using just enough stabilization here through your hands on the blocks and your front leg that's heavy into the floor to find a release on this left hip area. And really let your breath get more full and more deep. That will help the release happen in this leg. After one more breath here, we'll exhale, lean forward, sweep the right leg back to meet the left. Take a breath in and out, pause, relaxing into the left thigh. And now slide the left foot forward into lunge. Same thing here. Finding a lift through the heart, getting heavy into the left heel. Lift up from the lowest part of your spine toward your pelvis and relax your shoulders. Expand the breath now on the right side ribs into the right thigh. Slow and steady with the breath, allowing the body to release in its own time. As we find our way into longer moments of silence, guide yourself into this practice perhaps with closed eyes and an intention to let yourself rest and to do less. Breathe out and release from the lunge, stepping the left knee in line with the right and bringing the hands off of the blocks. Take the blocks and set them off to the side and bring one of your blankets onto the mat. This is a square fold shape, and I'm going to take the edge of the blanket, one of the corners, and place that up the middle of the mat. Find your way into a supported forward bend using the bolster. Potentially the other blanket will be on top as well, into a rectangle fold, rolling up one side of it so that when you come to sit on the edge of the blanket you've placed on the mat and extend your legs long, you can set the bolster and the blanket in front of you and roll it up as much as you need so that when you exhale and lower your forehead and your chest down, you are effortlessly held through your spine. So allow yourself to bring the props up to you if the mobility here of leaning forward onto your legs is too much for your hamstrings or not available today. Alternatively, if you find you have a lot of mobility, you can just use the bolster. Resting the forehead here onto the blanket. Take your hands on top of the bolster, tucking the thumbs underneath, or you can rest them along your sides, whatever will feel most restful for the elbows. Allow a curve to occur from the upper spine toward the neck, a heaviness with the head held, and a full draping and relaxation of the shoulder blades wide across your back. Ease into your legs, soften your toes, and arrive. Let your gaze soften, maybe the eyes are closed. Bring your attention inward. So as the eyes soften here, notice if you can feel what this is like from inside your skin. Relaxing any judgment or any idea about what this should look like from the outside. And instead getting really curious about what this feels like to be in your body in this position right now. With your exhale, can you soften even more? Releasing all tensions from the back. And letting yourself be held by the props. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Guide your attention into one more breath, slowing down, inhale and exhale. And then begin to transition, sliding your hands down to the floor, making contact with the palms and slowly lifting your heart, your head, until you come upright. Blink the eyes open and keep the gaze down. And then move the props off to the side. Come off of the blanket that you were seated on. Open it up one time and place that across the middle of your mat. Sitting on top of that blanket, we'll make our way into constructive rest position. So you'll need your hand towel here folded up about 2 times and place that at the back of your mat near where your head's going to be. Take a looped strap and slip that underneath the feet and over top of the upper thighs, and then grab one of your blocks, and here with the widest sides of the block, place that in between both legs and cinch the block in between the legs with the strap. Now coming onto the back, lie down and touch the back of the head to the hand towel. Let the neck be free. Relax your arms open to the sides in a V. And now tune your attention into your feet and close your eyes so you can better develop this inner awareness of your feet in space and touching the floor. Line the feet up so the ankles are parallel with one another. Toes are pointing straight ahead. And notice if it feels like the weight is more on the outsides of the feet, the insides, the toes, or the heels. Now walk the feet forward or back until the surface area of the feet feel equal pressure into the mat. Once you find that space, relax the grip of your thighs. Relax the jaw. Allowing the legs to be held. Feel the effortlessness that arrives as you rest on the floor without any tension in the muscles. It's normal here to almost feel like the legs could be swaying to one side or the other. As the pelvis readjusts onto the floor, the legs are starting to relax into the joints. So just consciously be with that without trying to shift it or change it. And now take 3 more full breaths into the abdomen, into the heart. Letting go of the heart, letting go of the abdomen on the exhale. Breathing in from the abdomen up. Breathing out from the heart space down. Use this 3rd round of breath to transition into stillness. Relax all control of the breath. Allow yourself to soften. Feel as though your mind could sink through the back of the skull into the floor. Just dropping all that thinking activity into the earth. I'll let you know when it's time to return. Guide yourself back with another breath in and out, more full and expansive. Feel yourself awaken from stillness by moving into the fingers. Bring the knees inward, walking the feet toward you so you can reach up, loosen the strap, remove the block, and pull the knees in, slipping the strap off the legs. Set that to the side. And then roll onto a side of your choice. Rest for a moment here. And slowly press back upright. Taking your time through these transitions. We'll come into Stonehenge next. So grab your 2 blocks and place them about a couple fifths width apart on the highest height at one end of your mat. Set the bolster right on top. We'll remove the hand towel we used for the head and replace it with a blanket. You can take a thin fold of the blanket here, or even a headrest blanket if you're familiar with how to do that, and you can find more instructions in my Restorative Yoga book. I'm going to keep it simple here. And then coming right up against the edge of the bolster, slip your knees up on top so that they hook. With your pelvis still on the softness of this blanket, lower yourself back down. And rest your head on the blanket behind you. Now you could take the washcloth here, the hand towel, and drape that over your eyes and your ears just to block out any light, to relax the sense of sight even more. Let your arms go to a V with the palms face up. Make any last adjustments here so that you feel fully soft and held by the props. And also sturdy and stable with your pelvis and your spine. And once you've settled in, this will be our final position. So really give yourself over to this time to do nothing. Permission to relax. Permission to let go. It's safe to let go here. Just let your body breathe itself. And enjoy this nourishing silence until I bring you out. As we transition out, sense your heartbeat and its vibration. Enliven your breath, breaking that spell of stillness and perhaps reaching your arms up overhead toward the floor behind you. Full stretch here as you exhale, bring the hands in and walk the knees in one at a time, pulling the legs in toward your body, maybe giving yourself a little squeeze. Rock over to one side, using your bicep as a pillow here. Keep this sense of inner stillness and silence, rejuvenation in the body as you use your hands to press upright. The eyes may remain closed, coming to a seat, any comfortable seat that works for you, and then take the palms together at the heart. A moment to reflect on how you feel, to thank yourself for showing up. And we honor all the realized beings who have come before to bring these practices to us. Release the palms down. Let the eyes start to blink open and take your time coming back into this space. There is absolutely no rush whatsoever. I hope this practice was helpful for you. What an honor to share this space. It means a lot if you give this video a like and subscribe if you want to relax again together sometime soon. I will see you then.